Welcome back, guys. I decided to do another quick video. Heading home at a rest stop, and figured, hey, I'll change it up a little bit. Don't do a video in the van, I'll do one outside. Wanted to talk about how can you make the most amount of money expediting? How can you have the best week, and how can you make the most amount of money while you're on the road? And the quick answer to everything is trust your dispatch and just go where the load goes. I don't know about other companies, but I can vouch for us, and we do not send the driver somewhere where we will not get him out of that area. We're not going to send you to a dead zone and then, tell you, hey, you figure it out. You got to go 500-700 miles, deadhead somewhere else to a better area. We do not do that. What we do is we calculate all miles to the next biggest, best town to get you out of there. Yeah, it might not happen the same day or the next day, but you know what? All your miles will be paid, and you are gonna get to a better area, and it's not gonna cost you out of pocket because we're gonna calculate all miles. Say a load is going to Montana somewhere, well, then we're gonna calculate all miles all the way to Seattle or Salt Lake or Denver, somewhere to the next biggest, best city. I don't know about other companies if they do that or not, but I know we do that. And so you just got to trust and dispatch. That's the best way. Second thing is, it's going to be probably your number one. Don't make it a time goal of staying on the road. Why don't you guys make it? Because a lot of people ask questions about, well, how long do I need to be on the road? And, but I want to stay out maybe a week and then come back home over the weekend. Or, I want to stay out for 2 weeks and then come back home, the following week. Well, I'll say this. To be very successful at this, first of all, trust in the dispatch and just go where the load goes. Second part is, why don't you guys make it a money goal instead of a time goal? Don't make it a time goal saying 2 weeks and I got to be home, and I don't care what the cost is. I don't care how long I got to travel, and I don't care how many miles I got to go home. I'm just going to drop everything, get pissed off, and just drive home. Well, that's not the way to do it. I think these days, with as much competition as we have, as many people are into this, and as the rates are these days, and the fuel and everything else, I think the best thing is make it a money goal. Meaning, stay on the road as long as it takes to make it to your money goal. Say you're going to do $10,000. Have a goal that you got to make 10 grand. Stay on the road until you make your $10,000 and come home. If it takes you 1 week, no, it's not going to take you 1 week. It's going to take you anywhere from 2 weeks to maybe 3 weeks or anything. But say you got a $5,000 goal, and that's enough for you, and you can get by with that. As soon as you make your 5 grand, you can say, hey, dispatch, I'm ready to go home. Send me home. Otherwise I'm driving home empty. Because a lot of people, for some reason these days, they come up with all kinds of, I don't call it excuses, but, they have all kinds of other leisure goals to be somewhere. And when we send them out somewhere, we don't know what's in your head. And all of a sudden the driver just says, okay, I'm going home. And you're like, really? Well, what was the point of getting out from home when all of a sudden you got to drop the load off and then drive straight back home? And, if there's no load back home, then he's driving empty. Then it makes that load that you did pointless and maybe even free by the time you pay fuel there and back. Doesn't make any sense. The best way to do it is money goal. Set a money goal. If you got to make 5 grand clean, net, then stay on the road until you make your 5,000 net and then head home. If you guys want to do $7,000, $10,000, be on the road for 3 weeks at a time or so, do it that way. I mean, that's the best way these days. Don't make it a 2 weeks and I got to be home, on the weekend, because it doesn't always happen. And you guys can ask our drivers who, listen to what we say. I don't say do everything exactly how I tell you, but at least, listen and try it. at least be willing to try what I'm saying, because why would I recommend something bad for you?